independent voters to my interview with Barack Obama. Dr. Luntz joins us now from London, England, and he is the author of the book Words That Work. Now, the first soundbite we have is on Iran. Roll it.
If diplomacy works, fine, but you've got to have a plan B. And a lot of people are saying, look, Barack Obama's not going to attack Iran.
Here's where you and I agree. It is unacceptable for Iran to possess a nuclear weapon. It would be a game changer. And I've said that repeatedly. I've also said I would never take a military option off the table.
But would you prepare for one?
Well, listen.
That's the question, though, Senator. Anybody can say option. Would you prepare for it?
Look, it is not appropriate for somebody who is one of two people who could be the President of the United States to start tipping their hand in terms of what their plans might be with respect to Iran.
Okay, so it's interesting. The Green were Republicans, and the the Green were Democrats, the Orange were Republicans, and you could see when he was a tough guy on Iran go up, and then when he kind of equivocated about preparing, it went down. Did you take anything else out of it?
Yes, we did. We asked questions about them afterwards, and first off, Bill, they thought the questions were tough but fair. They thought that you handled it very well. And at some point, I'd love to play the sound on that because you feel very good about the interview that you did. They felt that they learned a lot, and they were disappointed with Senator Obama, quite frankly, because they felt he didn't answer the question, and that's why the lines went down. 3 words that matter more than anything else in interviews such as yours: answer the question. They do not want you to obfuscate. They do not want you to find any reason to not respond. They think it's a legitimate question, and they want to know where Barack Obama stands. What
was the makeup of the, first of all, how many folks were there, and what was the makeup politically of the crew?
It's such an important state. We went to Macomb County, Michigan, which is the swing vote county in the state, and this is a state that John McCain's got a chance of winning. 27 voters, all of them self-claimed undecided or floating voters, and so they had good things to say about Obama, good things to say about McCain, but they'd not made up their minds.
Now, on
and
the
in
chart,
watching
though,
the interview,
on the chart, you had GOP and then you had Dem on the blue.
Correct.
Right. So if they're all independent,
we forced them.
You forced them.
And we forced them. You have to pick a side because we want to categorize voters.
Okay. So where they lean, or where their preference lies, but there's because you can be independent and have a preference. Okay, I got it.
There are differences between Republicans and Democrats. Democrats find solutions in Washington. Republicans want more freedom. Democrats don't mind tax increases. Republicans hate it. And to a Republican-leaning, independent-leaning, undecided voter, what Barack Obama is basically saying is he's claiming now only 5% of the population may pay more in taxes. They think he's coming after them.
No, right. Any kind of a tax increase, even though it's defined in a very narrow way, is a tax increase, and then people get suspicious, that whole slippery slope. But I thought it was fascinating with the Democratic-leaning voters that green line just leapt when he said, "Hey, I'm going to take your money, O'Reilly. I'm going to take the rich guy's money. I'm going to give it to the other guy." Oh, yeah! Because I've always said it's a very powerful message, income redistribution, which the senator didn't want to say those words, but that's exactly what it is.
Wanted to see more. We showed them the first 2 nights, and they wanted to see more. And I know that they watched the show afterward. But what they wanted to also is to hear more from Barack Obama, and that they didn't feel, when all is said and done, that he was sufficiently prepared. If you noticed in much of the interview, he's halting. There's a little bit of a stammer there. And they would have liked him to have been more forthcoming and more forthright in his response. Something else, Bill, which we haven't talked about, Barack Obama is much more effective when he is standing. He's more articulate. He's smoother in his presentation. When you sit him down, as we've seen in some of the forums, it's as though he's trying to choose his words so carefully that he has trouble bringing them out.